when you're single, you're handling your finances. You are operating in your purpose. You are doing different things that you're skilled at doing. But all the while, you are being taught that you should be submissive once you find a partner. And if you're great with finances, why turn clueless once you're with someone? Is it out of fear of emasculating them? Is it out of fear that there won't be enough for them to do, or they won't feel like they are leading, or they won't feel like they're in control if you don't keep up with the way that you've been managing finances? I mean, at some point, the truth is that having a family or having a household is such a huge undertaking. It's something that is ever changing. It's something that requires more and more of you. Every time you think you're at full capacity, there is more required of you. Every time you think you've got something down, the kids get older. Every time you think you understand your children, they change. Every time you've finally finished buying their clothes and shoes, they grow out of them. Every time you feel like you've gotten to a good place, social, emotionally, the variables change. Every time you think you understand your partner, there's something new that they want from you, or there's something that you used to do that worked really well that as you both grow, it doesn't work anymore. I say all this to say that you will never run out of space for your partner to be great, to learn, to lead, to rely on them. They will never run out of responsibility because this life is ever changing. There will always be things happening. We have aging parents. We have job changes. We have economy changes. We have political changes. There is plenty of stuff to do. So somebody's ego shouldn't be wrapped around one or two or three components of your household. Someone's ego shouldn't be wrapped around who's doing the dishes, or who's coming up with the finances, or who's taking care of the cars. If you're good at it, if your dad and them taught you how to do everything relating to the car and he happens not to know that, take over that. He's not less of a man for you doing that. This idea that you should have certain roles, he should have certain roles is crazy. If he knows how to cook and throw down in the kitchen, and you have a couple meals in your arsenal, but he's on another level, let that man in that kitchen, relinquish the apron. This idea that you're supposed to be making bread in the kitchen is crazy if you burning stuff down, right? Like, we gotta move on from this idea that you have these societal given roles and he has these societal given roles, and if you do anything else in your marriage, you are failing, or he's uncomfortable with it. If God has spoken certain things into you and over you, you need to walk into those things, and don't be afraid to be a stickler for the values that you have and for the life that you want to live. Don't choose a partner who maybe is strong in their faith but can't lift a finger when dinner time comes. Don't choose a partner who needs you to shrink in order to feel like they are leading in their home. You should be able to operate at your maximum capacity. If that means you're traveling, if that means you're speaking, if that means you're publishing books, if that means you're getting in front of other people and teaching them new things, if that means you're in the kitchen, if that means you never step foot in the kitchen because that's not your ministry, if that means that you're driving everywhere, if that means that you don't drive anywhere and you're a passenger princess, go off, boo. Whatever that might mean for you and your talents. If that means you're working late, if that means you work overnight, whatever that means for you to work in your purpose, please don't be afraid to choose a partner that will support you. I think that's where the issue with submission comes. Sometimes in singleness, women are so ready to just leave the struggle behind and go find a man. Please, Lord. just let them go to church every now and then, or whatever the case is, that you end up choosing someone just to not be single. And then you're in this space where now you want to apply your faith background and you want to submit unto this person, and this person does not support you. They might not respect you. They might not really want to build a life with you that considers your gifts, your talents, your abilities, your natural gifts, talents, and abilities. And as a result, you might feel the need to shrink and say, you know what, I don't want them to feel overwhelmed, or I don't want them to feel like they can't trust me out in this arena, so I'm going to go sit down somewhere. If you personally feel like the Lord has led you to be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home wife, then more power to you. But if you feel as though the only way your partner can feel like, I'm leading my home, I'm bringing the bread, I'm doing the work, I'm being the man, is for you to go out and, is for you to sit down and do the bare minimum, or for you to turn your back on your own purpose, then it's time to reevaluate, because women are educated. Women are preached at from the pulpit on how to be a virtuous woman, how to be a wife, how to submit, how to go underneath somebody else's leadership. Where are the men being taught how to lead in finances, how to lead in home ownership, how to lead their family, how to lead in scripture and faith? And not to say that there aren't men that do that, but there are more women being taught how to submit under somebody else's leadership than there are men being taught how to lead. So it's up to you as a couple to come up with what best suits your unique relationship. It does not need to look like your mama and them. It does not need to look like your grandparents. It does not need to look like how the pastor describes it. And quite frankly, it won't, because people tend to speak from their ideals and or from their experience. And you are not their ideals, and you do not have their experience, their life experience, all the things that have come together to form that perspective that your pastor has. So do what works best for you.